Double.
Yep.
And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, man.
Oh, this is
A little lighter.
yeah. It's balance. 16.598. That's balance. Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. Sound like the same barrel though, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it is the same barrel. Look at that.
It is the same barrel, but
You're not even using
it's just doesn't have any butt on it, ass on it.
Yeah. God dang. Yeah. Did you hear what I said? Look at that. Look at that. They're not bad. I said Clem might not have a job anymore. Dude, he throws about 7 foot in the air, 8 foot in the air. This one's gonna be good. It's gonna take a while to get.
That's gonna take a little while to get there. One hop. Their holes cut out in there?
I have yours in the truck, bud. David North loves him some Bubba. David North got it on the line. What size Bubba? I didn't get a
That has good crank to it though, you know.
Well, now I figured out it's just my golf game. Has nothing to do with softball.
This side of breaking.
It was pretty easy, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's another.
That's all you can do on dump it anyway. I got you. But the only reason I said that one was it loosen it.
Go a little higher.
Can't even spin a bar. No, that's good. Hey, somehow, I don't know how it does.
Nothing like this guy?
No, I'm gonna tell you about that out here in a minute. That one's about
There is. I gotta find it. There's not.
How you spinning it right?
There.
that one. You'll hit that board.
And then it's got a lid for it, and it's got a strap for it. You can actually sit on it. That's basically what it is. But they just put that at the bottom. It's better than that other piece of shit we fucking have, you know? At least we don't have to bend over. That's the hardest thing. We know that, you know? No, it may not be quite as quick, but you still not having to bend over. That under design.
Not really this round. If you want to go to another one, definitely next round.
I don't know if I have another round.
You get an extra taco, you got another round, right?
Hey, is this Casa Grande's? Is there an 18-foot arc over here?
go. Get him, Clip. Got him. You know what about that?
That makes sense.
Got better.
We're not getting that.
Play this game.
We'll just that'll take us all the way through, and then we'll be on a cycle.
Okay. You know he's gonna get out. You get that good till you know.
Oh, we don't have Clip today because he has a doctor's appointment. So. My question is, you can bet money that you fall out of this rotation for the first round or the second round.
This guy feels like.
Oh, that's why I said it's
But remember, the other one was 26, 77.9.
You know, it sucks is you get better performance on a balance pad than you are.
These are balance? You give me good pitches too.
Look at that. The bat's performing for you though.
So you know what? Rates are paying April 15th when they're back in stock. I said, text message you. You said, okay, thank you, you dumbass. That's really
Grab the other one, grab the one, grab the preacher.
I've never had good performance with that bad. I've never had good performance with that bad.
Huh?
I've never had good
Okay, but here's the deal. Listen, Bubba hit it the other day, and he compressed that wall. I think what he did was he loosened that wall up a lot more.
It looks like you
Yeah.
put the three in a row out.
Well, the sound of it too, and that right there is outperforming the worst Mach
it is.
1, and that's a balance bat. That's an in one. So that's how come I wanted you to stop and grab this one, because we started swinging that Battleship at first, and it wasn't good.
It wasn't good.
So I think when Bubba got a hold of it, because he swung it good, he swung it. I think what he did was he loosened that wall.
We put it away.
The sound? Was it making this sound when you did it too? When I hit it? Yeah.
It sounds like
It didn't used to make that sound before.
That doesn't.
It wasn't making that sound before. Dude, this that goes a lot. I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
This bat is not confusing. It has a different contour. The blocks are solid. Now this one is
it's got a way different sound now.
It does. Way different. Yeah. Golf tops. Not there.
Spray it and then get out of there.
got points for that bat.
A lot better. It's better than all three.
Yeah. Battleship's a lot better.
Fucking getting tremendous performance out of it. But it's a balance bat. It's not going to compare to Trace.
That's under me. That's a story. Look at that. Dang. But he cut it, too.
That's how come.
He went down and got it,
story,
the shit out of it.
story.
I don't know if it happened exactly like that.
Oh,
but
I don't think
yeah.
so.
Ain't that bad.
That's
Really
cell block.
broken in.
I think you're right. Bubba got it there. All right, guys, we just got through working on the review on the 2023, I think it is. It came out the end of last year, beginning of this year, on the cell block Battleship. A lot of you guys were asking me about this bat for the last month, I think, and we gave it a little bit of time swinging it. I wanted to get a good idea on how it performed, especially when we get something like this. I like hitting it a lot. I would periodically throw it in there in the last couple of weeks. I would periodically throw it in there when the guys were swinging, because we got so much on our plate right now. Just have them take 5 swings with it, put it away. Trying to get an idea of where I want to do with this bat, or where I want to put this bat, I should say. First, let me talk about the bat. A lot of you guys were talking about, you know, the barrel technology. It's the same thing as a wig popper. Well, this is a 13.5-inch barrel. You can see it right there. It's a 27-ounce one piece. It actually looked funny because of the way they got it divided up. You got the black over here and the green, the gray over here. It kind of looked funny when we're looking at, Chino thought the bat looked smaller, but it doesn't, shorter, excuse me. We said, you can see, I've talked about this thing that I do with all these bats that we got, and I talk about them. Is try to slide them underneath this table. On a 34-inch table, and this one doesn't even fit underneath it, so it's a little longer than 34 inches, which is a good thing, especially when it comes to balance, and it is a balanced bat. Let me talk about the performance of the barrel on this bat. And a lot of times too, you can see that it took us a little while to get the bat where it would break in, and that's usually what happens. Usually what happens on balanced bats is you don't have that big mass on the end and that small handle weight to actually create enough pressure on that barrel and enough flex on that barrel so you can get that barrel to loosen up for you. So it does take a little bit longer to get there. And guys, to tell you the truth, at the beginning, we were fighting a little bit, you know, and it took a long time for us to do the review on this, and you can see us hitting it. We were hitting at the beginning, and it would get that extra gear. We'd have to turn it, and you know, you really had to turn it and hit it, turn it and hit it. We took about 150 swings. Finally started doing something different. It started staying in the air a little bit longer. Started hitting those gaps a little bit better too. Y'all guys won't see that on the video because those are going to be on the behind the scenes videos. There were three other bats that we were doing when we were swinging this one, and they're end loads. Half-ounce end loads. This bat was performing, I'm not going to tell you what they were, but this bat was performing better than the unloads. This is a 27-ounce that we were doing a review on with this one. So guys wanted to hit this one all the time, and it's a balanced bat. They didn't want to hit the end loads anymore. So that tells you something about how good this bat is made. This is a 27-ounce. It's 26.6 on the total weight, 16.5 on a 27-ounce, guys. You remember what I told you guys about how they're building balanced bats now. They're no longer just adding hand weight and having like a 17-ounce one. 27-ounce, what they would do is they'd have like a 17-ounce end load and just load the hands up to like a 11.5. They're not doing that anymore. What they started doing, these 3 different bat companies started doing with these bats, the DeMarini too, with the Paul Sadler, they actually started it, or they were the first ones that I got a hold of that I recognized that they were doing this. They're actually lowering the end weight. And they're not as much, you know, they're lowering the hand weight a little bit more, you know, on a balanced bat, but it's heavier than an end load. You know what I'm saying? So it actually swings like a balanced bat, but you still get that pop. They've actually thought about that. And these other 2-3 bat companies, DeMarini is doing it. You got California Bat Company is doing it. You've got Short Porch is doing it. You got Onyx that is doing it. Those 4 bat companies are building very good balanced bats these last couple of years. Battleship, it's got that barrel where You know, it feels good. A lot of you guys is the whip popper. No, it's not. For one, it's got a different barrel. Whip popper is a 12-inch. This one's got a 13.5-inch barrel, so your flex points in the barrel is going to be totally different. Your handle, you can see where it goes all pretty far down in here. So really with a balance back, guys, the flex is not going to be there for you, and it usually never is because you don't have big mass on the end that's pushing it. So you're not going to get that flex and that handle. But a lot of you balance guys know what I'm preaching to the choir here. A lot of you balance guys know that already. So that's not really what you're looking for. One thing I did see and we did see is you get those balls going through the infield really fast. You hit those gaps really fast. It gets that extra gear. But it really didn't turn into a monster until Bubba shows up about 2 weeks ago, this last week, and he grabs it and starts hitting it. When he put it down, and we watched it and heard it whenever he was hitting it, and you guys can see the video. I actually put a video up there of him doing it, is the bat changed. Now, I talked to Trey about this, and I think what he was doing was compressing that wall quite a bit and getting it all broke in, and it actually helped the bat. But he only hit it like less than 10 times, about 8 times he hit it. Totally different monster after that. So he just hit it a little bit longer. He got that barrel to flex because when we were hitting it, we didn't have, like I said, didn't have a lot of mass pushing that, so we could compress that wall. So when he got a hold of it and he started doing it, he actually compressed that wall quite a bit, got it to break in a little bit better for us, and it got tremendous performance, made a different sound, more like an, and you guys have heard this sound, like an OD to sound, whenever they make that big ass thump, or the Dudley 2.0s or the OGs, they would make that thumping sound. That's the way this bat sounded right now. On this one, we've got about 500 swings on this one, guys, and it's still holding up. It looks good. I don't see any, I really didn't look. Now there's small striations in it all the way up and down the barrel, but they're the small ones. They're not the big ones. There's those small ones. I don't know if this is a different barrel. I don't go into that deep on the bat to see what it is. You'd have to get a hold of the short porch guys. This bat, I'm going to throw 3 bats out there on the balance side that I think are very top performing bats. Paul Sadler being one of them. Okay. I'm going to name 3 of them, and they're all comparable to each other. Onyx has a balanced bat that's out there. I just did a review on. That bat is in my top 3, and this one here, Battleship, short porch, 13.5-inch barrel. Thanks, guys. It's in my top 3. It's a very good bat. Thanks. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. I got a couple more here that I want you to take a look at. And if you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button right down here below. And I also have a membership channel. It's that little join button that you have right down here. Click on it, and it actually has a small video in there that explains everything in the membership. Plus, it actually helps support what we do. Thanks, guys.